The Jailer is a 10 mana neutral legendary minion that destroys your entire deck, but it also makes your minions immune for the rest of the game. Now, this card has seen some success in Paladin, but I think Mage actually has pretty good tools to use the Jailer as well. They've got Ignite, so we can ignore Fatigue, as well as cheap freezes like Nightcloak Sanctum and Flurry, so we can play the Jailer without immediately dying. And then after we play the Jailer, we've got Solid Alibi to make sure we can stay alive, and of course as Mage, we have plenty of burn cards to actually finish the opponent off. Of course, to really take advantage of the Jailer, we need to actually play some minions, so I thought Nagas would be a good direction to take the deck, because Naga Mage is pretty fun, right? Definitely like the Slither Spear on one. Don't think I keep any of these 4s, though. Alright, well, we found the big guy, but, tends to not be a card you want in the opener. Okay, my opponent's playing Renathal, but they're not playing Quest. So probably just Thief Priest, which I think is probably a good matchup for me. Although, I don't know, it does depend on what they're, depends on what they're doing, you know? Because if they play like a bunch of Whirlpools, then like Whirlpool can kill through Jailer, which would not be good for me. But Jailer does get the Ignites pumping, which is fun. Speaking of Ignite, I probably don't really want to play it before Magister Dawn Grasp, because I would like it to cast Wildfire. Cold Case is probably the best draw on my deck, with Magister Dawn Grasp and Multicaster in hand. So yeah, like this first Flame I definitely don't want to play, because that would be bad from the hero card. Do I want to coin Magister Dawn Grasp next turn? Let's coin Spellcoiler, try to hit an Arcane spell. That's a whiff. I think Rune of the Archmage could be pretty fun. Maybe I shouldn't have given them a Rune of the Archmage off this guy. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. I do have so many insane cards in my hand, though. Maybe I should have just avoided killing that altogether. You fool, it wasn't active. Wonder if there's any Naga they would ever play in that deck. Well, Reckless Apprentice is a really good draw. Do I want to kill the 6/3 this turn? Could just freeze it to not let them take Magister Dawn Grasp. I don't know. I'd probably just kill it, right? Nah, we'll freeze it. The thing about giving them Magister Dawn Grasp is, like, it's definitely possible for them to also steal Wildfire, which would be so annoying. This way, I will play Magister Dawn Grasp next turn, and then they can just steal my Jailer instead. But I actually think a Jailer versus Jailer is pretty good for me, because of, you know, Flurry, Solid Alibi, Ignite. I think I come out a bit ahead on that. Oh, powerful. Yo, that's a 3/3. It's just Cold Case Wildfire, right? Good old 4 damage hero power. I guess we'll see what this does. If I do this... No, this just doesn't really do much, right? I guess I take the 50-50 here. Got him. Hopefully they stole Spite Lash Siren from my hand. What is Savara even doing? Is it Cold Case? Is that the card I put into it? Must be, right? Oh, they gave me a 4 health minion for my hero power. What a buffoon. An absolute fool. I'll just take my skeleton here, whatever. And I'll throw an Ignite into my Savara. Next turn will be Rune into my Savara, which should be good.
Let's see what side of the bed I woke up on. Time to wash away the filth.
I mean, this is as good a rune as any, right?
Let me remind you who you're dealing with.
Probably a mass polymorph. That sucks a lot. Objection's good. Volcanomancy's a pretty bad pickup. There's the mass poly. Okay, it's a pretty strong card for them to overdraw.
Let's see what side of the bed I woke up on.
Seemed like kind of a weird play, but
Who here can spell?
I'll take it. You know what Volcanomancy does, right? Oh, maybe they want to put damage. No, I upgraded this already. I don't know what they're doing. They did have Wildfire, so I guess I'm glad that I played around giving them Magister Dawngrasp earlier.
Pick me, pick me.
Oh boy, we're jailing here, right? And then we've got Savara, which gives Ignite, Rune, and something else. The Ignite stops fatigue. I can Zola the Savara and then get more cool stuff. Beautiful. Not sure. I probably should be able to Spite Lash Siren as well next turn, right? Got plenty of cheap spells, although... yeah, it should be fine.
Those we love are never truly lost.
Okay. I don't think anything in my hand is that good, really. Okay, it's a coin. That's not too bad. Ignite you. And then... oh, I guess my my Siren chain is kind of dead here. That's fine, though. Wow. I'm very impressed at how bad the selection of cards is, but maybe Pyroblast happens to do it next turn. Push 12. My opponent's at 24. I mean, yeah, I don't think I care about a 2-4, so.
What's yours will be mine.
Oh, shit. Well, that's terrifying. Too bad for my opponent, they are dead. So, that's a bit of a bummer for them.
I'm out of cards.
Jaina versus Uriel.
Light, guide my hand. You asked for it.
Love a good little Slither Spear. So this very likely could be a Jailer matchup. I don't play any of the big healers that my opponent does. But I do have the Flurries and the Solid Alibis. Definitely be interested to see how this plays out. Don't think I need to coin a spell on that.
Reporting for duty.
Clear the board.
What'll wet your whistle?
What you got for me, Spell Coiler? A Runed Orb? Oh, Mass Polymorph is really good, right? I can poly their Jailer, which will also poly my Jailer. But I will have Ignites and such. Maybe I should just kill this with Second Flame.
May the light grant you peace.
Pretty good Nightcloak Sanctum.
Really? It's not too heavy.
My client has the heart of a hero.
So, gotta be a Reckless Apprentice here, right?
I can take
Unfortunate that their 3-2 lived. I guess I just trade into it, whatever. Pretty weak Righteous Defense, honestly. But a pretty weak turn for me as well. Is this even a Jailer deck? I don't actually know. They're definitely, like, fairly aggressive compared to some Paladins. Might just have to Mass Poly this turn. Although I guess I can just, like, freeze, Runed Orb. Let's do a little runing. Mass Poly number 2, you say? Don't mind if I do.
Remember this day, for you are graced with my
Yes, play a 7/7 into my Mass Poly. I don't have to mass poly. What if I simply play Solid Alibi and then what, multicaster? Kind of decent. Does multicaster... I've played a First Flame, I've played a bunch of Arcanes. I think I actually do need the Frost spell for it, maybe.
I've heard of it.
9 cards in hand, so probably just hero power here, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. So I did put a Solid Alibi in my Commander Savara, which I think is fine. I think you should play all 3 of those legendaries this turn.
Reporting for duty.
No, play into my mass polymorph, come on. Do I just go for Spite Lash Siren stuff? It's pretty hard. So Savara has Solid Alibi and Mass Polymorph.
Our hardships only strengthen our resilience. Powers are never truly gone.
I think we're jailing here. And then I'll just play a Flurry. Any damage is scary, and the Flurry going into the Savara is pretty good. She gives Solid Alibi and another Flurry. And I have another Solid Alibi in my hand. I've got the Ignite as well. So I think I'm in a pretty good spot here. Okay.
And then I said, I'll take the thought.
Nothing to rush into, but you do have Taunt, which is annoying. Alright. That's a Naga. Spell, Naga. Alright, they saw where this was going.
Jaina versus Lunara.
The forest fights back. You asked for it.
Spell Coiler and Nightcloak Sanctum are both pretty good. Probably Coin Coil into Coil.
I see you brought I see you brought guests. Just resting my eyes.
I think Runed Orb is going to be better than Frozen Touch. I wonder if Polymorph Jellyfish is good in the matchup. Could kill a Miracle Growth minion. Probably just Runed Orb. Runed Orb could be anything, even a Polymorph Jellyfish. Due Process actually hurts a lot after Jailer starts fatiguing me. Counterspell seems like the only real card here. Alright. We are Nightcloak Sanctuming. I think we might be Night Cloak Sanctuming again here. I am gonna overdraw. That's fine. How bad could an overdraw be? It's not like I can just play around overdraws for the whole game.
Hand is too full.
Alright, losing card draw when I'm drawing too many card is pretty good. How about we simply play Counterspell? And then we simply freeze this. And then we simply get rid of the second flame. And then next turn I have Spitelash Siren plus Vicious Slither Spear. Hopefully I can dump some cards playing that.
The time has come to dethrone our former master.
I think that was a very good counterspell for me. All right, we're gaming. Shattering Blast is kind of sick. I like explosive runes too, though. And I kind of like having targets for my spells on this thing, so I'll shoot it. Cold Case is good. Siphon Man is actually just pretty good this turn.
One's out on me.
I think I could use the card draw at this point. Alright, sure. That was a productive turn, I would say. I have no clue what's in my Commander Savara. I'll just say that straight up. Probably like a first flame and a second flame. Maybe a flurry. It's probably not a very good Commander Savara. Oh. Well, I can just freeze that. What are you on? You're on Naga? I don't think I really have the board space. Maybe I do have the board space to play Savara. I can trade these off, potentially. Oh, a counterspell. That's actually kind of decent. I probably spent a decent amount of mana on spells. I was correct about that.
One's out on me.
Easy Queen Ajara. Alright, I think we're fine here. I don't love the positioning on my board. I kind of wanted to put 2 minions on one side of this, but Naga Giant and Spitelash Siren are like the 2 they would want to kill with an Insatiable Devourer. So maybe it makes sense to just let the Naga Giant get tripled. You've been counterspelled, fool. Oh, Magister Dawngrasp, you say? Do I have lethal? 10, 12, plus 6 is 18, 20. How does nothing in my hand do damage? What? That's crazy. I've already drawn both amalgams, so Seafloor Gateway doesn't do anything. I mean, another Solid Alibi is like okay, I guess. Alright, whatever. We got Dawngrasp down this turn. That's what we needed to do. Very bad target, Magister. What are you doing? Alright, the spells, or the cards I generated from the Dawngrasp were not very good. But I got the hero power online, which is cute, I guess. Oh wait, I wasn't calculating any lethals with Queen Najara. Maybe there's something I could have done with her. She does have the 2-mana Pyroblast. But I had to make room for her. I still need to cast another spell to activate her. Probably wasn't really a good way to lethal there. What are you cooking up over here? Oh, gaining a shitload of armor. It's a pretty good recipe. I've only got 5 in play. My opponent's at 22. Fair enough, I guess. Does anything in my hand draw cards? It looks like the answer to that is no for some reason. Queen Najara draws cards. I think I want Queen Najara to Pyroblast, though. But it's kind of sketchy if, It's kind of sketchy if if they have another Earthen Scales. Man, talking is hard. I think Tidestone is the play. Just show me Jailer. How do I not have a Naga? I could upgrade my hero power here. I think my board is pretty threatening, though. Killing off my own 2/3 seems like it could take away some options. I think this might be the longest living Spitelash Siren ever in the history of the game. Oh, that's annoying. I don't have any freezes, but I do have Solid Alibi. My opponent dead, actually? They're at 13. I have 2, 8, 10. Don't think it's ever lethal. Wait, what do you do? Naga? I guess I do get a little bit of mana here. And with that little bit of mana, we can draw some cards. Relic of Extinction. I think it's just hero power, Solid Alibi, right? Maybe that 4 should have gone face. Yeah, I mean at this point, even if they have the other Earthen Scales... being at 24 is kind of a lot. I guess they'd be at 20. Nothing in my hand is that good. Hopefully they don't take Reckless Apprentice, but it's not that big of a deal, I think. What was that? Well, I'll just wait until they steal both. Alright, they took Cold Case and Ignite. How big is the Sylvanas? Snowden is kind of cute. Freeze Mage. I think we're just playing Reckless Apprentice here, though, because it messes up my opponent's whole board. And then I'm probably not playing Multicaster. It's just too many cards. Widowbloom Seedsman. There's a non-zero chance Widowbloom Seedsman draws a card here. It drew a card. Not a good card, but it drew a card. I do have 9 cards in hand, huh? I really should have played Wildfire. Whatever, we're still doing okay. I actually feel pretty good about this game because I've seen Bran and I'm at 46, so I don't think Denathrius is going to kill me very easily. So assuming Reckless Apprentice lives, I have 12 damage here. Why is that so far from killing my opponent? And why do I not even have 12? Oh, that's a Jailer draw. I don't even know if Jailer is that good, honestly. What if I draw Ignite? 2, 8, 11. I think that'll do 3. Good old Guff. Alright. Definitely a clean Jailer turn if I want to play it. No world where I can play Spite Lash Siren here. I do lose my Ignite by playing Jailer, which is kind of a bummer. Wait, do I have lethal? I have double hero power for 12, 14, 17. I mean, if I almost have lethal this turn with a guaranteed 12 damage next turn, it should be for sure lethal, right? Even if I am taking 3 fatigue. I guess Denathrius just heals a lot, but I can steal it with Sylvanas. They heal for 8. They might still be dead. They're at 25. I have 12. 12. Plus 3. So I do have lethal. I was going to wait to make sure I knew how to count, but if I couldn't, I could always just snow in on the Denathrius. Nice.